So, it's been a while since I've done a Q&A like this. A few months ago I did an NFL Q&A in which I made some predictions. Those predictions were extremely off, and now I look like a jackass. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We are doing another, more personal Q&A because, I want to. It's been a while. And I've got a ton of, actually pretty decent questions on Twitter a few days ago. So, while I do that, you will watch some Battlefield 4 gameplay. But before I talk about that, I just need to thank, if I can find it, Matt Terry 24 for coming through in the clutch and asking me a question about Battlefield 4. So, we'll kill two birds with one stone and just answer that question. As you can see, what's your favorite part about Battlefield 4? Easily the Levolution aspect that they added. Levolution, if you don't know, there's an event on every map, I believe, that you can trigger doing something, shooting rockets at a dam, blowing up a propeller, which you will see both of those at some point. Actually, I think right now, I'm not watching the gameplay as I'm recording this, but I think right now you're just seeing me shoot randomly at a windmill out in the sea, and lightning strikes it, and it's freaking awesome. But yeah, it's cool because it changes the layout of the map, and me coming from a Call of Duty background, every map was just kind of static, which was cool, I guess. But there's a level in here where one of the capture points is a train, and whichever team captures the train moves on the track towards your base. So it's they're dynamic maps, and it's really cool. That is easily my favorite part about Battlefield 4. Plus, they look freaking epic. Battleship coming in and crashing onto I don't know if it's a battleship. It's a ship that crashes into the island. So yeah, easily my favorite part about Battlefield 4. So, alright, these next three questions are all kind of related, so I'm just going to kind of merge them all into one answer. There's what inspired you to do music? When did you start making music? And how long does it take you to make one song? What inspired me to do music for YouTube, I'm assuming. I think I touched on this in the previous Q&A, that I've always loved making music. If I was at a friend's house and he had like a piano, at some point I would always just make my way over to that and start, plucking out a melody or something. I've always loved doing it, but I never really realized that I had a knack for it. I'm not trying to sound conceited, but it comes relatively easy to me. So as far as what inspired me to do it on YouTube, when I started this channel, I had already met Speedy Jehovah Deluxe, and they were all going the gaming route. The gaming never really had that kind of calling to me back then. I was more interested in seeing what I could do musically, because at that time dubstep was just starting to creep onto the American scene. It wasn't at the point where it had exploded, but it was starting to get there, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. And so I looked into how to make it, and it was just a software program that you download, really. And so I downloaded it and I rolled with it. And that was July 28th, 2010 was when I started the ShadowBeatz Inc. channel. And every July 28th, I release a dance song to celebrate that anniversary. And how long does it take to make one song? It depends. Honestly, some of my better songs are probably made in 2 or 3 days, because that's when the inspiration is really flowing. Everything just clicks, like boom, boom, boom. You lay out pretty much the entire track in one night, and then you take 2 or 3 days to just tweak and make sure everything's cool. And then other ones, I sort of have a little idea, like a little melody that I've been humming in my head, or like a certain genre that I want to dip into, and I don't necessarily force it, but I'm not as mentally ready to go, and so it takes a little while. Some songs like Moab, the Call of Duty themed dubstep, took me 6 months, so It definitely varies. Will you ever do a face reveal? Nope, never. Nice to see you watch Nobody Epic videos, by the way. Who are your top 5 favorite artists and producers? I'm assuming you don't mean just in the electronic scene. So, in no particular order, Avenged Sevenfold, Hollywood Undead, Buckethead, Knife Party, and Skrillex. Skrillex is a great band. No, I'm just kidding. I like Skrillex as a producer, but his songs are, not my thing. To round out the top 5, it's hard. I listen to a lot of music. I like Breaking Benjamin from back in the day. Lindsey Sterling is amazing. I do love Lindsey Sterling. Spectators, obviously. It's hard to nail down that 5th, but those 4 that I mentioned previously are definitely locks for a top 5. Shadow you into this question? Sure. Nobody Epic. Did you know that male seahorses can get pregnant? Just wondering. Yes, I did. Oh, and you're like the coolest guy ever. Well, thank you, Nobody. I really appreciate that. You're a good guy. I don't care what the luck says about you. Have you ever met the crew in person? Half of them. I've met Speedy on a few occasions, and I met Jehovah and Nobody for the first time at PAX East last year. Definitely, at some point in my life, I hope I get to meet the rest of them, the rest of my crew. But yeah, so far it's just been Jehovah, Nobody, and Speedy, and hopefully we go on a trip at some point to all meet each other. I think that'd be really cool. If you were to have one other YouTuber in the crew, who would it be and why? Alright, Mr. V. Scuzzy, I'm going to reword your question a little bit. If there is another YouTuber out there who you wouldn't mind playing with on a pretty regular basis, who would it be and why? There aren't many, to be honest with you. And that's not like a dig at, other YouTubers or anything. It's just, I like my friends, I like what we have going, and, I don't really like change too much. But, with that being said, I would have to say B-double-O. If you didn't see the video on Speedy's channel, he joined us for some Minecraft on our server, our Wither fight, and that was really fun. He's a funny dude. He just seems really, really chill and down to earth, and so yeah, if I were gonna pick one other YouTuber, it'd be B-double-O. This is a good one. Would you rather have 1 million subscribers or have a record deal? 10 times out of 10 right now, a record deal. 1 million subscribers would be awesome to have, and that is a hell of an accomplishment. And I have a few friends who are right on their way to that milestone, so early kudos to them. But for me, right now anyway, a record deal. My dream is to be able to be a producer and live off of doing what I love. So I mean, it's easy for me to answer right now, a record deal. That being said, a few years down the road, shit happens. I don't know. Ask me this question again, but a record deal right now, easily. What do you believe is the best game you've played this year? I actually had to think about this, and I realized I play a lot of games. Like, I do a lot of gaming, in my free time. But I don't play a lot of different games. This year, I'd probably have to say Saints Row 4. I had a lot of fun playing Saints Row 4. That was really fun. But other than that, there isn't really much competition. I played BioShock Infinite, which was good, but I don't know. I really liked the first BioShock, and it's hard to live up to that kind of expectation. Injustice came out. Battlefield 4. Yeah, there's not really a wide variety of games that I play. What are your thoughts on Eli? For those of you who are not football savvy, Eli Manning is the quarterback for the New York Football Giants, my favorite football team. Now that you're caught up there, what are my thoughts on him? I mean, he's not having a good year, obviously, but I still think that he is the best quarterback in the NFC East. You can make this argument for pretty much every other quarterback in that horrible division, but he's not getting any help from his teammates. His offensive line hasn't been blocking for him all year. His receivers are dropping passes, tipping passes, and those tip passes are being intercepted. They're not running the right routes, so he's definitely not having a good year, but a lot of it isn't him, and I would definitely take him on my team, anytime. What can I say? I'm a Giants fan. I like Eli. And I think one more. Yes! Julio Cardona coming through in the clutch, asking me a question that I've wanted to address for a while. Why don't you do solo survival Minecraft? I want to, I'm going to, but the reason why I haven't is because I really didn't have the computer to do it. If I was going to record a survival series, I would have to have my render distance on short, which I don't mind. I actually like there being a lot of fog there. It creates a nice little ambiance, but that's not good for recording. And if you're going to have a Minecraft series, you got to at least be able to see, the sun and, not just be blanketed by fog. However, the guys at Mojang with the 1.7 update really, I don't know what they did, but the fog isn't there anymore. Like, it's there, but it's not, you don't feel claustrophobic. And even if you have it at a shorter render distance that my computer can handle, it's clear. And I think that at least, for a few episodes until I can get a better computer that can handle running it, I think I actually might be able to start up a solo survival Minecraft series, or at least I really hope I can. That's something that I did try before, but I just wasn't able to do it, and I will address those reasons probably in the Minecraft episode that I would be uploading to start that. So yeah, that's why I don't, but I be on the lookout for maybe have me start that up again, because I love Minecraft and I'd love to have a series. And yeah, that's it. Sorry for that weird noise. I don't even know what the hell that was. But yeah, that is it for the questions. I hope you like the Battlefield 4 gameplay. I suck at this game. It just came out, and I know everybody sucks, but I spend all the time just shooting rockets at the dam or the building or whatever, just trying to get the Levolution. And I'm sure if I tried, I'd be better though. But that is for another time. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It is Saturday, so I'm gonna get back to watching some college football. This Nebraska Northwestern game is shaping up to be pretty damn good. So yeah, like the video if you liked it, and I'll talk to you guys later.